They've done everything they can by legal means, which are in fact extra legal means, if we're being totally honest, completely third world stuff, to take the opponent out of the race, and they're still losing. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. This is not going to be a race between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I would bet my beloved fishing camp in Maine that that is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So what will happen? Well, I don't know. One of like 400 distinct other possibilities? I mean, I just can't even, pick one. By the way, if it's Gavin Newsom, we all should be very, very concerned. That guy's scary, and I mean it. I mean it, scary. Yeah, but that's a whole separate conversation. But the point is, this will be forced. These issues will be forced soon, like in a year. And the road from here to November of 2024 is going to be filled with developments nobody in this room could foresee. I can promise you that.
Yeah, hopes begin to fade for Republicans looking to stop Trump. I believe you have seen this video. I'm going to play all the videos so you can see exactly what is going on. When I take a look at this article, Republicans opposed to Trump are having to come to terms with an uncomfortable truth. Time is running out to deny him the presidential nominations, and thus far almost nothing as well. And most recently, a new memo from a political action committee focused on stopping the former president. They all confess all the $6 million they have spent in stopping Trump has not worked. It is to clearly tell you what is to happen will happen. So on this clip, we are going to take an exclusive look into what is going on. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, please share out this video.
Here to November of 2024 is going to be filled with developments nobody in this room could foresee. I can promise you that. So it's about to get very serious, for sure. It's only leadership of the world at stake, which is also, by the way, we now know, the most lucrative possible political franchise in human history. So everything's at stake. What wouldn't they do? What haven't they done? What might they do next? Let your imagination run wild. So the question, the only one that you can answer is, how will you prepare yourself for that? And because that really is the only question. And I mean, my answers to that in my own life, I'll just tell you what I think. One, be a little bit more serious. Take this seriously. Much as you want to retreat and pretend everything is fine, sit down. It's not fine, okay? Two, maybe if you look across at the people you despise, the small group of people running this country, and it is small, it does not represent most people in America, it doesn't represent anything close to a majority at all. Again, just to restate, Donald Trump, who is hated as a blood enemy by over 40% of the population, and who's been attacked in ways that no political figure has ever been attacked in the West, is beating the incumbent president, okay? I'm not sure that's entirely an endorsement of Trump. To some extent it is, and his empathy, that's real. But it's also a sign of revulsion, deep dissatisfaction with what we're doing. So most people are not on board with this. But the people who are responsible for it are the most dishonest, the most ruthless, the most anti-human group I've ever dealt with. And I spent 35 years living in Washington. I don't even recognize these people and what they're doing. I really don't. It's so dark. They're doing things that can't even, on an academic level, conceivably help the United States or the population that lives here. Letting in 7 million people from the poorest countries in the world illegally, and then immediately putting them all on public benefits? I mean, that right there will destroy the country. And they did that on purpose. So these are really, really dark people. The darkest. So I need to be the opposite of that. And I'm not a super good person. The last thing I would do is claim to be. But this is the moment to try a little harder to be a little bit better. This is not the moment to be drunk all the time. This is not the moment to tell lies. As they go lower, go higher. And there are many reasons for this. And one is spiritual. I'll just be totally honest. I do think this is a spiritual battle. There's no political explanation for it whatsoever. But one other reason is for the way that you feel about yourself. When you're honest, you are proud of yourself. When you're honest, you are strong. When you lie, you become weak. That is true. Tell a lie. you become weak. Why do you lie? Because you're hiding something.
Yes, we have all seen all types of attacks coming against Trump. Even Republicans are doing it. It is to clearly tell you one thing. They are scared of Trump like never before. Some think that Trump will lock them up if he takes back power. Reason they are not backing down to stop him. When you listen to Dr. Carlson putting out this, it should clearly signal something into you. This is a warning he's sending. In the days ahead, we might experience this. CNN putting out this article how Republicans are actually regretting the money they have put in to stop Trump. The support he's getting is increasing every single day. It is important I read this out so you can understand exactly what is happening. The memo from the Club for Growth, aligned with its backpack, said that despite the group spending around $6 million and churning out up to 40 ads to undercut Trump's support in the early nominating state of Iowa and South Carolina, almost all of this attack had failed to land. The types of attack the memo found that did work was when self-identified former Trump supporters expressed concerns over his ability to beat President Biden or fatigue over the distraction he created and the polarizations of the country. You can see clearly they spent $6 million to stop Trump producing art from one after another to stop him from this key state, but it didn't work. It is failing. In essence, the Win Back Park memo illustrated that all the money and the time spent on attacking Trump or avoiding attacking him in the hopes of snatching up his supporters if Trump somehow exited the race had been wasted. Trump rivals and the party at large are having to face the fact that the window to quest him from his front-runner status is closing in a very real way. The problem, if you are trying to take Trump out of the primary, you are kind of running out of time, said Adam, the president of the Conservative Advocacy Group. I think people are operating under the old rules. Under the old rules, you go to police like California, it is now winner take all. This thing could be over on March 5th. Under current California gov rules, a candidate who wins a majority of the vote in the state March 5th primary will be awarded all of its delegate officials with Canada's billionaires. Said internal research shows that focusing on Trump's electability resonates with the primary voters. They hope to pair away from the former president camp. So you can see it clearly, all their plans are not working. So if March 5th they choose Trump, there is nothing you can do about it.
So you have been threatening to topple McCarthy.